Hey, today I'm going to be working on this fun spring summer tutorial. I got some new lippies, so let's get started. I'm going to be starting off with this NYX Dark Circle Concealer. It works pretty good actually. I use it as a color corrector and then I also follow up with the concealer. So here I'm just patting it in with my fingers. My hands are clean. I know some of you guys don't like to use your hands, but if you like to use a brush, so be it. So here I'm also applying a little bit around my mouth where I have dark spots. Now I'm going to be moving on to my eyes. I'm using the Too Faced eyeshadow primer, and it looks like I'm being a lot rougher than I am, but I'm actually just gently dabbing it in. I'm in a hurry, so I'm trying to move quickly. Now I just picked up this palette. This is the Makeuprevolution's palette, and the colors were a lot darker than I thought, but I'm going to try to make them work. Here I'm just applying the neutral. Now I'm using the little applicator that was in a kit to apply the green shadow. I usually never use those applicators, but I thought I would give it a try. And now I'm using one of my favorite brushes. This is my Sephora crease brush. I got it on the Sephora website. It's on clearance for $21. Now I'm just trying to do a little bit of correction here. I'm applying Tarte Shape Tape. I'm going to apply a lighter shadow on my lid. I'm using Wet n Wild Will You Marina Me. I love this palette. Yes. So here I'm just applying a light green shadow, and I'm also using an applicator here. I'm pushed for time. Now I'm going in with my Jordanna. This is a Jordanna eyeliner. Jordanna liquid liner, another one of my favorites. It compares to the higher ends, except it's not completely matte. Now I'm using something that's new to me, which is the Bare Minerals Lash Domination. I love this mascara. The only thing is it's a little difficult to remove. Now I'm just adding a little shadow on my lower lid. I'm going to extend my lower lashes a little bit. Didn't really have too much of a problem with that blurring on my lower face, so I'm not sure if it's waterproof or not. It's my first time using it, but I do like how it extends my lashes. Now I'm using number 7 Stay in Perfect foundation. This is in the color Warm Sand. It's pretty good. It's a pretty close match. They do have an app where you can match your skin tone, and it has sunblock. So it dries to, I want to say it dries to a matte finish, but it doesn't look matte on camera. And here is a quick before and after. It's actually a pretty good match. Sometimes it looks too light, but today it looks okay. Now I'm using Tarte Shape Tape and the L'Oreal sponge. I'm applying it as a concealer now. Now I'm touching on my eyebrows. I did them before I started the video, but they kind of blurred off when I applied the foundation. Now I'm using my favorite bronzer, which is Physicians Formula Bronze Booster in matte, and I'm just putting a little bit of that on everywhere. Now this is a new palette for me. This is the Sephora Contour Blush palette. That pink doesn't show up on camera, but it's actually a lot darker. It's kind of weird how the camera changes the color of makeup, but I'm just putting a little bit on because I want my eyes and lips to be the focus. So now I'm going to put a tad bit of Rodeo Drive on. I know it's hard to just get a little bit on. It's such a bright highlighter, but I'm just dabbing a little bit of that on. So now I'm going to contour my nose a little bit. It's kind of tricky because I can never get it quite right. So I'm just going to dust a little bit of the bronzer on, just a tiny bit. I've already moisturized my lips. Now I'm going to apply Fairytale. I was in a fun mood last night, so I picked up this lip stain, and this is super drying, so I did moisturize my lips first. It's very bright, but it's not nearly as bright as it appears on camera, but I did still decide to tone it down. To tone it down, I'm using Urban Decay Monarchy, and this is one of their lip, not tints, lip special effects. That's what it's called. So I'm just applying it here with a brush because their little applicator, it's kind of difficult to apply with that. I might like to smooth out the formula So I'm applying it with my own brush. So that's all applied, and now I'm going to dust my face off with a little Stay Matte Not Flat powder, and I am done. So that completes this look. I hope this video was helpful. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you in the next video. Bye.